What if an ancient spice, mentioned 14 centuries ago, could help settle your stomach? Ginger, a humble root for tea or cooking, appears mentioned within the Quran. It is a blessed drink in paradise, and modern science has truly investigated. It investigates whether it truly helps with nausea and digestion, for our well-being. The Quran mentions ginger, known in Arabic as zanjabil, in Surah Al-Insan. Chapter 76, verse 17, describes a drink in paradise flavored with ginger. This detail is both poetic and remarkably specific, unique to the Quranic text. It places ginger in a context of blessing and beauty, quite distinct from other scriptures. For centuries, cultures used ginger as both food and a folk remedy. People brewed it into tea for upset stomachs, adding it to meals. For warmth and flavor, this knowledge was passed down through generations. But does traditional wisdom match what we can measure in a clinic? That's where modern research comes in, as scientists test ginger. They focused on one specific question: does it work for pregnant women? Experiencing morning sickness, the results proved surprisingly consistent and encouraging. Across multiple well-designed studies around the world, the findings emerged. In 2014, researchers published a comprehensive review of clinical trials. These studies included nearly 1,300 pregnant women participants. The findings were clear: ginger reduced both nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. It was generally well tolerated, without significant side effects for participants. Pregnancy-related nausea affects millions of women annually. Safe options matter. The evidence for ginger here is the strongest, tested repeatedly. The results hold up, yet precision is key. Pregnancy-related nausea specifically. Not just any type of nausea, but a targeted, specific approach. What about other kinds of nausea, like motion sickness or after surgery? The evidence becomes less consistent and less robust in these cases. Some studies suggest ginger helps, while others show little to no effect. So we cannot simply say ginger cures all nausea. Science doesn't support that broad claim. Now let's talk about digestion broadly, as many people drink ginger tea, or add fresh ginger to meals, hoping it will ease bloating. There are some encouraging signs from research, but evidence is still developing. It is not yet as strong as what we have for pregnancy nausea. Ginger contains compounds like gingerols and shogaols, studied in labs. These compounds may support digestion by influencing gut motility. They may also have anti-inflammatory effects within the body. Influence and definite proof are not the same. We need more large studies. It's crucial to distinguish between ginger as food and concentrated supplements. Slicing fresh ginger for tea or grating it into a stir-fry is culinary. You're consuming it in a traditional, culinary way, honoring its heritage. Supplements concentrate compounds, varying widely in potency and quality. We're not suggesting dosages, nor claiming ginger cures diseases. What we can say is that normal culinary use of ginger is considered safe. It's been part of human diets for thousands of years, safely, without widespread problems or serious risks to those consuming it. So where does that leave us regarding ginger's effectiveness? The strongest evidence supports ginger for pregnancy-related nausea, meaningfully. For digestion and inflammation, research is ongoing, promising in some areas. But it's not yet conclusive for sweeping health claims. Good science works step by step. But there's something deeper here, beyond just the studies and molecules. The fact that ginger appears in the Quran connects this humble spice to a tradition of reverence and care, described as a blessed drink. Food isn't only fuel, it carries meaning, memory, and deep human connection. Faith-based food traditions highlight ingredients communities valued for centuries. Those traditions can inspire modern questions, driving thoughtful inquiry. When ginger is mentioned in sacred text, we naturally ask, why this spice? What makes it special? And that curiosity drives research and discovery. Ginger becomes a bridge between ancient wisdom and contemporary science. A place where belief and evidence meet and sometimes perfectly align. Respecting tradition and demanding rigorous proof aren't opposing forces. They can work together, each informing and enriching the other. So the next time you sip ginger tea or add a slice, you're participating in something much bigger than a simple home remedy. connecting to centuries of tradition, to ongoing scientific inquiry. A conversation between faith and knowledge unfolds with every new study asked. Ginger is a meaningful example of how faith-based food traditions inspire questions that modern research continues to investigate, bridging ancient and new. Subscribe to Fit by Faith for more food, faith, and science explained honestly. Because understanding what we eat matters, and so does understanding why.